How y'all doing? Curtis Davis here. Conversations in C minor on YouTube. Uh, Love it, like it. Today? You know what I want to talk about? Mr. Billy Preston, because I have a few of his albums here. Going through my vinyl collection and got the very first album here, 16-Year-Old Soul. He was playing with Little Richard at that time when he met the Beatles, and he was 16. He met the Beatles in 1962. He met them. Um, before he did this, before he started doing the album, before he got signed to Apple, he was George Harrison was having some problems with the Beatles, and he walked out the Let It Be sessions, and to come back, he brought back Billy Preston to play on the Let It Be sessions, and that's supposed to be coming out this year actually, and hopefully it'll be a deluxe box set, just like the White Album and the deluxe Abbey Road that came out the last 2 years. But the album that he did with Apple, that George Harrison produced with Eric Clapton playing on it and George Harrison and a few other people who were on Apple, was this one here. That's the way God planned it. You see that? Yeah, that's the way God planned it. This light is kind of bright. Lay it down a little bit. Yeah, that's the way God planned it. That's the album, and it's a great album. I like it. It's all he was also playing at the same time doing sessions for All Things Must Pass, and he was playing. He played on My Sweet Lord and all that stuff like that. But and he came out with, well, not the next album was encouraging ways, I think it was, but a couple of years later he came out with this album here. I wrote a simple song, and this had the what was it? This hit the song on here was Out of Space was on his, yeah. Out of Space was a hit on here, and that became it became a one, known for his his keyboards, and he did the song I wrote a simple song was on here. It's a good album, man. It's a double. It opens up, has that, has the pictures with just like the great '70s soul albums or R&B back in the day. If you know about that, if you don't, you need to recognize. And the next year he came out with, was it The Music and Me? No, the music is my life. And this had what's on? Is it Nothing for Nothing? No, that's not. No, I Will Go Around in Circles. Will Go Around in Circles is on this album. That's right. That's right. And on the back, he's in the back pictured, surrounded by keyboards and organs, or key pianos and organs and stuff, which is his main instrument. Of course, the fro in the '70s. You got to have a fro in the '70s. Got to have it. The Kids and Me. Nothing for Nothing on this album, and this was a big hit. And look at the back. Artwork, amazing artwork on it if you know anything about that. And then everybody likes some kind of music. There's another album came out 75, 76. Yeah, Billy Preston, the man. And then while he was on the tour of what is the third what was that one? 73, he came out with a live album live in Europe because he was opening for the Stones while he was playing with the Stones. And him and Mick Taylor, they got a live album, and it's called Billy Preston in Europe, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find, but also too, Billy Preston played after, he played with the Beatles after playing with Harrison. The Stones were always jealous of the Beatles, and so they wanted Billy Preston, and Billy Preston played on Sticky Fingers first, played on I Got the Blues, and a few other songs on the album. He played on Exile, Shine a Light, of course. Then he played on Goat's Head Soup, Heartbreaker, He played on It's Only Rock and Roll, he him and Nicky Hopkins played piano and organ and stuff like that for the Stones. But they played on different songs. When they want the Billy Preston feel, they got Billy Preston. They also played on Black and Blue, which came out '76 with song melody, and he's playing piano on Fool to Cry and all that. But rest in peace, Billy Preston. You were a great musician, and you played with the Beatles and the Stones, and you played with Ray Charles. You played with Little Richard. You know, you played with Mahalia Jackson. You played with Nat King Cole. You know, your teens, and so you're a legendary musician, and you left the earth way too soon. But remember Billy Preston, everyone. Curtis Davis, Controversy, and C minor. Thank you so much.